This assignment is called Linear to Quadratic, and what it's designed to do is show you what a linear equation looks like versus what a quadratic equation looks like. Okay, so what we've done here, we know a linear function is y equals mx plus b. We're familiar with that. And so if a linear function has m of 2 and b of 4, the equation is going to look like y equals 2x plus 4. They give you numbers 0, 1, and negative 3. So all you do is substitute 0. So if x is 0, y is 4. If x is 1, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 4 is 6. If x is negative 3, so 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. We put in those 3 points and drew our line. Now, and then we answered the 3 questions. And then filled in the blanks on the questions here. The slope of the line, that's m. M is 2. The y-intercept, that's b. b equals 4. The x-intercept, x equals negative 2. And on the facing page, we have all those things. But then, one thing that's really nice to do for those of you that have access to a graphing calculator, or if you've downloaded the graphing calculator at home, or if you're in my classroom and want to use the Webbit, what you can do is you can go to y equals, the button right here, y equals, and it says y1. So y1 equals 2x plus 4, and hit the graph key, and you'll see that line.
Beastie mode!
It's right there waiting for you. All right?
Yay!
Now let's look at the quadratic function. It's one of the really nice things about the graphing calculator. You can double check things right there. It's, unless you've got full capabilities to look at everything, and I can show those too. It's one of the ways I check when I'm thinking. All right, so the quadratic function, same thing. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Remember we talked about ax squared plus bx plus c is standard form? So we're going to do the same thing. If A is 1, b is 2, and c is negative 5, then y equals x squared, that's 1x squared, plus 2x minus 5. We're going to complete the table below. They give us numbers, and all we did was substitute in those numbers. Negative 4 makes y 3, negative 3 makes y negative 2, and so on. Graph those points, and we have a parabola like that. Will that work on the graphing calculator? If we have, now I'm going to go to y2, so we can show both of them on the same graph, just like we did. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 5. Ready for the graph? There it is.
Whoa!
Does that look familiar? Sure it does, only it graphs a whole lot prettier than I do. All right? So, then we answer the questions. If x equals, if x equals negative b over 2a, find x. X equals negative 1. What's the connection between this value of x and your graph? So on the parabola, what is negative 1? Looking at the parabola, what's negative 1? What's negative 1 on the parabola? X was negative 1. And what is it on the parabola? So here's your negative 1 line. And what is this? What is that on the parabola? Well, no, but how would you describe what that is? It's the center.
It's a pretty thing.
It's called the vertex of the parabola. So, excuse me, gentlemen. This is the vertex of the parabola. So do you think this equation tells you something about a parabola? Yeah, it finds the vertex line, or the line of symmetry. So the parabola looks the same on both sides of this x point.